Gemini, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, Gemini, whenever you're viewing this reading. This is your reading for the next 48, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever you have a heavy Gemini placement. Gemini, please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with every single Gemini out there. If you're new to my channel, Gemini, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning your love and support. Now, Gemini, I pray before each and every one of my readings so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. Also, make cuts, may say a couple of bad words, shoot them out here and there. It's all good. All right, so if you're not comfortable with that, I understand. If you are and you understand, great. Now, Gemini, when I was getting into your reading, I kept hearing, Gemini, are you sure you're not an Aquarius? And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Because right now, even though Venus, and it's a lot of air energy floating around that has nothing to do with Gemini, kind of, sort of, but not. Because Venus is in Sagittarius, and then the Gemini chart sat in Sagittarius. The ninth chart is Aquarius energy, but Venus is in Sagittarius, but in the Gemini chart, Aquarius is in the ninth house. So that's all air. So this week or these next couple of days, Gemini, and then as I'm doing this reading, the moon is in Libra as well. So, but what brings me to that thought is because when you talk about Aquarian energy in conjunction with Gemini energy, which is Mercury, which is the messages, and then balance it all out. So it's like, okay, in order for you to understand the concept of the universe, you got to tap into Uranus. But to balance out your thoughts, you got to tap into Venusian energy. And to communicate it out, to speak it through, you got to tap into Mercurial energy, which is Gemini. And I said, okay, so cool. So boom. So what y'all saying? And I was like, oh, okay. But then I was like, if it's Gemini is affected right now by Venusian energy in Sagittarius, which is the ninth house, which is like your idealisms, your fortune, your movement, your optimism, your faith. What does that mean for you? So that's what we're going to find out in this reading today. I know that was a lot and a little all at the same time. So let's go ahead and get into your reading to see what's going on with you, Gemini. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap into the energy of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever they have a heavy Gemini placement. Please allow me to relay these messages to the Gemini as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading. Protect the energy of those watching as well. And please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you. Amen and Ashe. Let's see. I know you lying. I know it's not about to go dead. It's not. Okay. So let's pull some Kippers first. Because that's what this has to do with. We're going to pull Kipper today, Black Moon Astrology, and of course we're going to tap into the tarot. Let's see. What does that mean for Gemini? What was that whole rant about? Please help me. Privileged lady. Damn. And you know what, Gemini? I was going to say it had to do with financial abundance or something, financial freedom, or even the freedom of thinking as well. Damn. I thought so. Looks all up. That's what I thought. And I was like, nah, maybe I'm being, presumptuous or something like that. But nah, not really. So you got child, bad health, right? The Lovers, a message. Okay, this all ties together. Sudden wealth, great fortune, Sagittarius, and that's Jupiter energy. Distant horizon, official person, Aquarian energy or Aries energy. Okay, so you got the messages here. You got the Mercurial energy here, right? Privileged lady, that's Libra energy because you got to be balanced in order to step into your privilege. Aries energy here, and then you got bad health, child, and bad health. So let's talk about this child and bad health. We're going to break it down little by little here today. What does this child and bad health have to do with Gemini? What does this mean for Gemini? Because those two cards came out together. What does this child and bad health have to do with Gemini? I'm going to clarify it with 3. Please let me clarify that with 3 cards. Give me one more shuffle, please. Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you have some type of new environment coming along, Gemini. But with that child in bad health, it may give you some type of anxiety of like some childhood issue you had with adapting to a new environment with the Two of Pentacles. So that's what that means for you. So I don't know if you're starting a new job or something like that this week, or you're moving to a new location, or soon you'll be moving to a new location. But just be mindful that they're letting you know you're going to be juggling getting used to that new environment. So that's what that is. So let's talk about this Lovers in this message. What is this double message here? Gemini, Sun, and Moon here that they have. What is this, the Lovers in the message? The reason why I say Gemini, Sun, and Moon, because you got the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, in the message. So that's your moon. Some of you may have a Gemini moon here. That child in bad health, you got Taurus energy somewhere. You're not used to change. That's for somebody. So I'm talking to a couple of different groups of Geminis. I'm glad I was able to pick up on more than just one person. All right, so what's this message about for Gemini? The Lovers and the message. What is this about? Six of Wands. Moving towards a victory. Justice. God damn, there goes that Nine of Cups. So Gemini, this message is not a message of concern. It is a message of great success for you. And finally, you're getting your wish fulfillment in something. Something you've been asking for is coming in with the Six of Wands, the Justice, and the Nine of Cups. Something that it suits you, wish fulfillment, and you're going to feel some type of success with that. So that's what that message is for. So let's see. Sudden wealth, great fortune, that explains itself. Distant horizon, we know that's a timing card within the next 3 to 6 months. So what's happening here, Gemini, is that, yeah, a lot of you privileged lady are about to step into some type of new environment. I don't know if this is a career which you're going to consider your home. I don't know if this is an actual home. Well, I don't want to say I don't know. This is what this is. It's not I don't know. This is what it is. This is an actual home, a new work environment that you're going to feel as though it fits you. It's more suited for you, and it's going to pay you some more money. And if this is not you actually starting the position, you're going to get news of it with the message this week. Congratulations to you. And if it's not just a job, it's like you got a lot of good news coming in for you this week because you had to balance out yourself. And also, this is something that you called in as well with that Aquarian energy. And that, so because, duh. Venus being in Sagittarius right now, it's only going to be there for 3 weeks. And Sagittarius being in the 9th house for Gemini is Aquarius. Oh, so you had to go exploring and present yourself as your authentic self. What do you guys were like on an interview train or something like that? Or like a job hunt or a job search or something? And it's coming to fruition in the past. Something that you've been doing for like the past 3 weeks. You're going to see it come to pass in the next 3 to 6 months. Oh. Because then with this new moon coming in Sagittarius, you know the full moon of Sagittarius happens in Gemini season. Because it's our opposite energy. So you get the full moon 6 months from now to see what you're trying to call it. Oh. Okay, Gemini, I see what you're doing. I see what you did there. I was like, what are you trying to call in? So that's why in 3 to 6 months, you'll see all this energy come to pass. So right now, what you're doing is like you're creating what will come to pass within the next 3 to 6 months. That's why you have to pull in the energy of this Aquarian energy. It's like you have to pull in the forces of air. But why are you pulling in the forces of air without using the other elements? Why is that? Are they going to be using the other elements? Let's see. Will Gemini be using the other elements? Do they need to use the other elements besides air? They said use the black moon. Okay. What other elements, or let's say planetary energies, does Gemini need to use to call in this energy. So this is like definitely a forecasting reading, I would say, Gemini. So I wouldn't see if this starts to play out in the next 48 hours. I feel like it's the planning of it, but I feel like you're going to see this come into fruition. So this is this feels like definitely a forecasting prediction reading, to be honest. So let's see. What other energies does Gemini need to encompass and become besides Gemini that will help them with this whole transition here? Let's see. Sorry. Damn, again, Uranus energy, which we know is Aquarian energy, yet once again. Your intuition, Cancerian energy, so that's your moon, and also your fourth house. So whatever sits in your fourth house, you need to utilize that, having compassion with yourself and others, and what you consider home with the King of Pentacles. Okay? And Grand Cross Provoker, again, which is Aquarian energy. At the bottom of the deck, you have the final finale of Saturn here, which is the Judgment at the end of the day. Once you utilize all these energies. What this is telling me, Gemini, is that you just need to get to know yourself. Get to know how you operate in certain situations and when you're going towards certain endeavors, certain goals, whether this is love, life, career. Not saying that you have to know your birth chart through and through. I'm not even saying that. Shameless plug. I offer that, but not saying that. But what they want you to do is, because when you talk about Uranus energy, that talks about who you are wholly, your authentic self. I call it the weirdo planet when no one else is watching. Who is that? Who is the innovator? You know, when you're at home and you need something to eat and you don't want to spend no money, but all you got is mayonnaise, bread, and cheese. But next thing you know, you done made the best grilled cheese sandwich in your life. Whoever knew that mayonnaise could go on grilled cheese and make it so delicious and so juicy? Didn't know until you spread it on the bread and then put it on the skillet with the last little piece of butter you had. Sorry, I digress, but I'm just saying. We be making up some recipes when we be sitting by ourselves. Say we don't. You do. But that's the Aquarian energy in you. Okay? And then the Gemini is just putting the thoughts together. You see what I'm saying? And then you have Libra energy to balance it out. So there's that. Then I hope I'm not all over the place. I feel like I'm all over the place, but I know that you get it. Okay, Gemini? So let me go ahead and give you guys a Moonology card, and I'm going to go. Because this is like, I feel like I'm in somebody's head, and I'm in the amusement park of your mind, and I'm scared because I'm about to throw up, because I don't understand how many twists and turns this roller coaster has, and nobody gave me the map and showed me the route of the ride before I got on it. And now my glasses have fell off to the side, but there's a net under, so the worker is going to be able to get my glasses and I can see again. Does that make sense? I don't know whose mind I'm in, but I kind of like it. You're kind of freaking me out, but that's your life. So let me give you guys a Moonology card. Looks like I'm not going to, because I don't know where the frick the deck is. It's right next to me. All right. It's right next to me in the box. Okay. Let's get Gemini Moonology card, then I'm going to go. Dang. That just flew out. So Gemini, it says, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So what they want you to do, Gemini, you need to let your freak flag fly. This reading was all over the place, and it was weird as shit, and it probably didn't make sense but to two of you, and that's cool. Because it's not supposed to. Because I'm not supposed to understand what you're thinking and how you're supposed to get to your goal or your success or your wealth. Only you do, which is that Aquarian energy. So Gemini, you are an Aquarius right now. You are not a Gemini. However, you need the Gemini information to speak it out and to write it down. And you need the Gemini, which is the Mercurial energy, to process all this weird shit that you're thinking. That is why, Gemini, you are an Aquarius at this moment and you are not a Gemini. Makes sense. Be weird, be freaky, get to your goal, whatever it is for you, whether it's just being more open to the knowledge that you wanted to receive to feel more whole. Because privileged lady doesn't necessarily always mean money. Sudden wealth, great fortune doesn't always mean money. We know that here, especially on this channel. Okay, abundance doesn't always have to do with tangible. Do you have an abundance of knowledge? Are you able to understand different situations and be open to different people, and to have an understanding and compassion to know that you are not the only one? That's what abundance is to me, is being more open-minded and being open to all the knowledge that the universe has to offer, and being able to apply it into understanding whatever situation and just see where other people are coming from. And if you just so happen to have an abundant life in the tangible sense, that's cool too, because somebody that's full of knowledge and can turn knowledge into wisdom will never be broke. You see what I'm saying? So boom, there goes that. But anyway, Gemini, that's been your reading. I hope it helped you. If you made it this far, go ahead and leave that Gemini symbol in the comments. Let me know you here with the little crystal ball. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye, Gemini.